Hello. You may not know, but Warcraft III Reforged news is coming this June. But what will it be? There's been some speculation, and I think they might well announce plans to revisit the game and right the wrongs of the past. Genuinely, we've always been under the illusion that Blizzard were going to do something for Warcraft 3, but never truly did. However, for some reason, it just feels like there really actually could be something happening this time. So we will see what this Wowhead article goes into details with. Answering a question on Twitter, Blizzard Entertainment President Mike Ybarra stated that there would be news from the Warcraft 3 Reforged team sometime in June. The first hints of an update in over a year. I think it's been really more like 2 years, to be frank with you, since the game came out. But there has been those moments where Mike Ybarra has been asked on his stream, and he'll sort of glancingly say, "Oh, I'll get the team to look at it," or "I'll ping the team and find out what's going on." But he's never specifically given like a date, and he actually did that. So, any news from the Warcraft 3 Reforged team? You'll hear from them soon in June. And that's an answer to a Warcraft 3 Reforged question, not like a Warcraft team or the team working on Warcraft. It's specifically to Warcraft 3 Reforged. So for him to answer that so specifically about a date means that there's plans to talk about it at the very least. Do they shut down the servers? Is this the last time we get to play Warcraft 3? Maybe that's the news. But I wouldn't have thought it'd be a negative news if he was going to basically answer this. He doesn't say anything particularly positive. He's not like, I'm excited to talk to you guys about it in June. So, not necessarily going to be a massive deal, but I think there could be some sort of movement towards actually trying to revamp. Because I said this earlier in the stream. I said they don't really have much to lose by sort of trying to at least fix Reforged or put effort into doing that, because it's just a win-win really from their point of view. Because it's been proven that it can be done. Like, there's a ladder going on with War3 Champions, and other people, third-party, software has helped keep the game alive, essentially. So it can't be that difficult for Blizzard to actually just really finish up, or at least get the Warcraft 3 to the standard that it should be. Probably should be better than that, but, what can you expect, really, when you've been sort of pushed down into the dirt so deep? Exactly what that news may be remains a mystery, though. Criticisms of the game aside, fans are still waiting for features present in the original game, such as ranked ladders, player profiles, clans, and native support for custom campaigns, many of which were the subject of development blogs, both pre- and post-launch. Yeah. Player profiles were just last discussed as the next high-priority feature in development. In August of 2020, though the game's news page has seemed abandoned, intrepid modders have already solved some of those problems, creating workarounds for custom campaigns and ranked matchmaking. But the base game is still sorely lacking. Presumably, much of the intended support for Reforged was shuttered alongside the classic games division that produced it, while Vicarious Visions immediately dived into Diablo II Resurrected development. So, I remember saying something like, if Diablo 2 was a success, then you have more chance of there being a revisit to Warcraft 3, since essentially Vicarious Visions was supposed to be taking on like the classic games aspect, because remember the original classic games team that you saw up at the BlizzCon panels at like 2018, 2019 had been disbanded basically. There might be a few people that were sort of engineers working on the game that weren't on the stage per se, but might still be part of the classic games team or even the Warcraft 3 Reforged team, but we just sort of see it as a kind of skeleton crew really more than anything. There could still be people somewhat posted there, because otherwise people had to reapply for their jobs and all this kind of business going on. So it says, although we know the studio now fully integrated into Blizzard Entertainment is also working on Diablo 4, post-launch updates for Diablo 2 Resurrected have been well received, and we can only hope that Reforged will receive similar care and attention. So one other thing to take into account is the Reforged, or rather the Warcraft 3 release date of 3rd of July 2002. That's coming up pretty soon. That's basically just a month away. So there is time to talk about going forward. Whether they would have anything prepared. Could you imagine if they were secretly working on Warcraft 3? I don't want to get your hopiums up. Get your hopiums... hopiums up or whatever. But could you imagine if they were this whole time? You know, like, who were they? Ah, the ones that worked on that freaking Star Citizen type game. That isn't Star Citizen. Hello Games or something like that, was it? Someone please tell me in the chat so I can immediately go, ah, that's the one. But the one where you sort of like... No Man's Sky, thank you. It would not come to my head, but I kind of knew what I wanted to say. Eat Bacon Day, if you remember the Reforged job postings from a year ago, it was like Warcraft, WoW positions. That's right. They wanted a temporary team for Warcraft 3 that can quickly be moved to WoW after a patch or two. Could be that. Yeah, No Man's Sky. Basically, they quietly worked away. There's a really cool video about that. If you look that up. Again, the name sort of evades me, but it shouldn't really. The guy that made the video talking about the whole damn thing. God damn it, I'm so bad with my memory. Hello Games, video comeback. Internet Historian, that's the one. Internet Historian. I'll just quickly link you this. That says yes woman's... That's a react. Plays... Of course you probably can't get the original video. Internet Historian... Hello Games, something like that. Really? Well, all we're going to get is like react videos rather than the actual original video. But basically go to Internet Historian, look back in their past. It's the first one. Are you sure? I hope it is. Because the thumbnail looks different to me. This isn't a react, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, good. Okay. Yes, watch this one then, basically. And I'll put a link to that. That one goes over essentially the story of how that team... that got so much flack for No Man's Sky being a trash game, just quietly worked away on it. They just turned off their social media, all that kind of stuff, and they just cracked on with the game. And then, boom, they came out with patch after patch after patch, fixing the game, and it was all for free. So they were trying to right the wrongs of the past. Could you imagine, like, this is so unlikely, but the chance that Blizzard would have actually been working on Warcraft 3, just so they can announce it for the 3rd of July this year and say, hey guys, you remember that Reforged? Well, we are so sorry about not giving you the game that you deserved. Here is the game you deserve. And boom, there's a whole bunch of screenshots, videos playing, showing the previous Reforged graphics that they made, and now how they look like HD plus or whatever we want to call that. There's a term for this now. It's like HD plus. Some people don't like it. Some people like whatever. Basically, it's just classic but sharper. Anything that remotely looks like classic is always going to be the best way to go. It is funny to think about. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I genuinely think there might be a plan to sort of set in motion that they will genuinely start to revisit the game rather than just say they're going to do that. Again, words are, actions speak louder than words. We've already had that where, wasn't it J. Allen Brack? He was like, we promise or something. There was even like the word promise to like, finish Warcraft 3 or whatever it is. Like, there's all that kind of malarkey going down. You can take it with a pinch of salt, or a pinch of salt, how you like. But I genuinely do actually think they might well take a look into Warcraft 3. But that's it. That's just all I wanted to talk about because people kept going on about it on my stream, and I thought, you know what, I will do a video because some guys on YouTube, you may not know that they will do potentially an announcement. I have to say potentially. I have to like elicit it with that because you definitely can't be guaranteed by anything with Blizzard at the end of the day after what we've been used to. But will they just shut down the servers? Will that be the announcement? Will the announcement be plans to work on Warcraft 3 going into the future? Will the announcement be that we have Warcraft 3, what you wanted, ready? Download it today. Like when they do that on those game shows, they're like, and you can get it today. Go to our website and download it there. All this kind of stuff. Instead of the 27 gigabytes it's now 26. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Speculate all you like. I genuinely think something may come from this. I mean, even then, like, it could still be like promotion for their mobile game as well. Thinking about that, just someone mentioning that. Because it's Warcraft, right? Anything that's rolling around the term Warcraft is always going to promote. So think of it that way as well. Like, there's part of the reason why they do things the way they do, businesses, especially when it comes to promoting or marketing on YouTube and such around those areas. Anyway, I've drabbled on too long. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Let me know what you think.